going to try to help a fellow who is a new subscriber of mine. He got the Billy bike, but he's got a driver that has a white helmet all the time. Well, here's the content manager, and here's who I've got. Now this driver, though his face has been modified, that is Max Payne. Now I'll show you how that is. Now let's go to here. Okay. I think you can see it real good. Let's see, driver model, Max Payne 3. Now, how did we get to here? All right. Let's get right out of these few things. Start right from scratch so we know exactly what we're doing, because it can be confusing, so just relax. That's one thing about all this stuff, is it's all doable. We just have to take a moment, step back, relax. Pray is a good idea. Okay, let's see where we are. PC, second drive, Steam apps, common, Settle Corsa, content, cars, and here's the SM Zombie GTA 5, I guess GTA 4 is really what it is, Billy bike, okay? And if we go into the skins first, it doesn't matter which skin, we're going to look in here, and if we see a driver's face mod, which is a DDS, I can't get any bigger than that due to the fact that it's a DDS. It's not something that I can blow up big, but take a look at it best you can. There's the NM. That is what gives it the depth and the perception of that particular one. Let's go to just number 1 just for the heck of doing it. All right, we've got him again. DDS shortcut. How the hell did that get in there? That's a weird thing to have. DDS shortcut. That's bizarre. I've never seen that before. Let's go to this one. Now, this one doesn't have a face in it, which is strange. It should, but it doesn't. I don't understand it exactly. Neither does this one. This one defaults. Okay. Let's not get off the beaten path. Let's go to the data folder. Open the data folder up. Now, sneak your way all the way down to here. Driver 3D INI. Okay? Right click, open with Notepad. Now, driver Max Payne 3. See the name? Now open yours up. It should say the very same thing. Driver Max Payne 3. Okay? Now, where do we find driver Max Payne 3? All right? Come back to your root directory. Let's go right to, here we are. When you first, there's a Settle Corsa. Double click it. This is called your root directory. Come down to content. Double click that. See cars? Right under cars is driver. See driver? Right there? Double click that with a left mouse. Now what you want to do is come down here to find Max Payne 3. It'll be in one of these red and white deals, which is called a KN5. See, if I highlight this, come over to this, over here, it says KN5, okay? So what we're looking for is Max Payne 3. Now let's just keep going gently till we find him. And if you just put all these in your machine that I just gave you, you're going to have him. There he is right here. Max Payne 3. All right. Now, let me just grab this. I'm going to copy him. I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this. Yep, just go ahead and close it. I'm going to put him on my desktop, Max Payne 3. I'm going to get a little folder right here, just a folder. It doesn't have to have anything but Max Payne 3 in it. Now we're going to open the folder with Max Payne 3. And we're going to take my CAN5 converter. We're going to just double click it. Then we're going to hit a space bar. We're going to retrieve my CAN5 converter. And there's Max Payne 3. You know, these are all the files that it did, and here's Max Payne's face right here. Now it's a PNG, so I can, oh, you pecker lapper, I can open it up right here like that. What? What do you mean I can't? Oh, it's a WHI PNG. It's not a valid deal. Okay, well, it's a different kind. Some people, they not corrupt, but they encrypt things in a way that you can't do it. I got around that somehow. But anyway, there's the guy. And you'll see there's no helmet in here whatsoever. Now, what could cause him to have a white helmet for no apparent reason? Because it's not in here. All right. The only thing I could possibly... now, let's get rid of this just because we don't need it anymore. What could cause that? Well, what could cause that? We know that the driver in there is called Max Payne 3. And Max Payne 3 takes 2016. Let's look again. There's Max Payne 3. The only other thing I can think that it could be, because all I did was I boxed these up that I already have. So there's no way in the world that that's going to be different than the one that you've got. Like Wages Bike Yellow, that's just, if I come up to here, wait a second, hang on, we might be onto something. Driver 3D, open it up. There's driver Ben Collins. Again, he doesn't have a helmet. So there should be no helmet drivers on any of these. Okay? Because I wasn't using them. So something is forcing it to have a helmet. And the only thing I can think that could possibly force it to do that would be the shaders patch. Well, let's do a forensic here. Let's go to content. And actually, you should be able to look at any one of these skins and see that the guy does not have a helmet on. Okay? That should be your first realization that it's not coming from the bike. I'm not trying to stick up for it. I'm just letting you know that and if you did brand new previews for your bike, you would, if it has a helmet, would have a helmet. Which I'm not denying or thinking that you don't think that or have that. That's not where I'm going with this. Let's go to content settings. It's got to be in the shaders patch. So, content manager. I've never seen the content manager force this, but what is your content manager? Here's mine right here. A 0.8.2467.39678. Now, there are newer ones, but I haven't got the newer ones. I've got this disabled. I don't want to go beyond where it's working for me right now. So that's where I am. I don't know if they've changed something in the newer content manager that could cause that. I don't really know. In apps, is there anything in apps that could cause it? Not that I can see. In Assetto Corsa, is there anything that could cause it? Let's go to apps and see. Developer Python apps is checked. Developer apps is checked. I don't see anything that pertains to driver. Apps window, and this is just what comes on naturally. Video. I don't see anything in here that could cause that. I just barely looked in here, but I got to thinking I don't think there's anything in here. So we have to think it could be shaders patch. Now, let me see here. Shaders patch. About and updates. Well, What shaders patch am I using? I'm using a 0.1.80 preview 115. That's what I'm using. See, it's grayed out, but it's got the little mark right there. Oh, it'll tell you right here. Shaders patch version. This is what I'm using. And I don't want to check for updates. I got it disabled. I want to leave it alone. It works. Sometimes you end up with these problems simply because something changed and something else didn't change, and then you got a problem, which we do have a problem. But is there anything in here that has anything to do with drivers? There's car configs. There's car textures. Cars AVO. Now you got to realize that they're probably calling these cars. And if we want to come over here and find out, it's looking for these cars here, which I'm not using. So that doesn't apply to us. Well, general patch settings. I was just in here this morning, and by just going to the very bottom, because I had some things in blue, I went to the very bottom. There was a thing called reset. I guess if you change some things, you get a reset button right there. Okay, if anything is blue, you get reset. Well, I had a lot of things that were blue, and that's why I wasn't getting the cameras to work. The drone cameras, none of the drone cameras worked for Jody's tracks. As soon as I hit that reset, those worked again. Now, is there anything in here that could have to do with your drivers having helmets? Because mine do not. Well, what about the neck FX? Mine is active. Active and used in replays. Used with track IR devices working, which I use. But I wouldn't think that that would have anything to do with it. There's new AI behavior, which is active. See, this is what they want it to do, but I don't want it to go to the pits if it takes a lot of damage. Windscreen effects. Blurs with speed shadows on the windscreen without notice. I don't even know why I would use that. I do want to completely remove the dirt. I don't want any crappy dirt. See, there's so many things in this that it's by every time they come out with something new, it's something more to learn, and they usually change one. Wait, look, turn driver head with free. Nope, that's not it. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's just go to practice, and let's get the same bike as you. You said it was Billy bike. There he is right there. And let me get his happy skin. And let's just go to go. Let's go to go again. And let's see what happens. If he has a white helmet on, I'm going to flip right the F out. Now see, this is the kind of response you can get from a very small channel like my own. I can read a comment and I can immediately come here and monkey with it to help you. If I had a huge bunch of folks, I wouldn't be able to do it. Let's see what we want. We want this and this. Okay, camera 5. Okay, there he is. No white helmet. That's just the normal guy. And this is the... the unit, and a UFO passing overhead. So, if I can't duplicate the problem, I can't help you any better than what I am just doing. I have no idea why you have a white helmet on there. Best I can tell you is do the two things that I showed you. Best I can tell you. Is there anything in Assetto Corsa that could cause this? Miscellaneous system. Oh, look. Driver's name tags. Please help me find this, Lord. Please help me. I want to help the guy. I don't want to just say, I tried and I couldn't do it. That isn't acceptable. Hide driver names. Wait, hide driver arms. Steering wheel limit off. That's interesting to know. I didn't even know that was there. While we're here in this particular one, though, let me take you over to buttons. And here's where the turbo increase and decrease is. You have to set these buttons. And I took a little bit of video on my phone. I'll add this in here with this part right here. So you'll be able to have headlights and the horn and everything, you know, that you want to have. But I imagine you've already set these up. There's your paddle shifts, which you'll need, obviously, for these bikes. But also for the turbo up and turbo down. I wish I could help you better. This is a bummer. I am bumming. I'm telling you, I am. I'm bumming that I can't seem to come up with the answer to this. Sol planner. Oh, that's the Sol planner. Okay. Sol config. What could possibly do it? Well, I'll give Jody a call. He's brilliant. He might be able to find. He'll know how to ask the right questions online to find out why this is. I've never had this happen before. So I don't really know, other than this, how to help you. The only thing, all right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go back to the zombie bike. Okay? Let's go to the data. If anything's not spelled right in this, that could cause the problem. There should be driver. Well, he wouldn't even have a driver, I don't think. Hey, wait a minute. Driver Ben Collins. Wait a minute. 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 Oh, I'm in wages yellow bike. Okay. Forgive me. I thought, what? How the hell did that happen? Wages yellow bike, which is a short Springer front end. But even so, Ben Collins, yes. It has to be spelled just as well. That wouldn't change. And this driver face deal, that just gives you the different faces that you can use. But none of this should be any different, because I gave you the exact same bike. This should all be the same. Oh, wait a minute. Could the extension file have something to do with it? This is something new. Hang on. It has something to do with lighting, tires. Hey, we might be onto something. There's the particle effects. There's where the smoke comes out. animation. Hang on, hang on. When you get really weird shit, sometimes you find it right here. I'm not used to these. I don't even know why some of this shit is even in here. It shouldn't be. License plate. But I don't see anything in here. Wait a minute. I'm not on the same bike. Hang on. Hang on. You're absolutely correct. I'm not on the same bike. Let's go to the same bike. Billy's bike, right here. Now we'll open up the extension folder. Okay. Again, it starts with lighting, but that has nothing to do with the driver's helmet. Tire damage, exhaust glow. Oh, now this will make something on the bike glow when it gets hot. And we're not going into that right now. But particle effects. It's strange there's this much space between there, but there is. Headlights. Keep your eyes peeled. I hope we find the problem. Now here's the problem with this audio bullshit. Some of this stuff is causing some really bizarre shit, like the backfires. Well, that's obvious, but it's coming from here. There's the. Don't fuck with the audio pitch. Trust me, you could really end up with some oddball shit monkeying with that. Why that's even in there, I have no idea. Hey, wait a minute. Materials, glass, and animations. I should have thrown all this horse shit out of here. Well, I call it horse shit because I don't understand it. That's just ignorance on my part. But I grabbed this whole extension deal from another car that was supposed to actually have all this stuff working. And since none of this stuff is there, it's in there, but I should have got rid of it. But I didn't know at the time. But I don't see anything about a driver. This is brand new to me, so please forgive me if I'm not trying to deliberately not help you. I just am at a total loss to understand why this is even a problem. I've never heard of it before. Not saying it isn't true. I know it is. Nobody would even say that just to be the hell of it, you know. That's ridiculous. But it has nothing to do with this, I guess. I really don't know. I do not know. All I know is if you go into the data, you should only have one driver 3D, which is right here. And as we have looked before, but we're going to look again, it's Max Payne 3. Driver Max Payne 3. And the driver face, don't worry about that, but that's who's in there. It's Max Payne 3, and he does not have a helmet. And if we go into the skins, any of the skins, you're going to see there are 2016 drivers. Now, this I can show you because I changed it with a different program. Here is the driver's face. Now I made the hair, I wiggled, because he was bald, remember? I put the hair on the guy, made the mustache best I could. This is the level of stuff that I'm able to do. But again, you'll see that there's nothing in here that has anything to do with a driver helmet. You got me on this one. I wish I could do better for you, like fix the problem. But I don't have any idea why that would be. All I can tell you is check to make sure. It's got to be an issue in here. It's got to be in your driver's folder right here. You know something? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, right here. See this driver zip? Okay. This driver zip, this KS drag, and this desert route. See right here before your very eyes? Watch this. Help. See that help? We're going to put this one in there. We're going to put this one in there. We're going to put this one in there. All right? Now we're going to send to compressed unit. This may take a while because the desert route is big, and I don't know how this is all going to work out, but we'll hope for the best. My computer just wound up like a bastard, but I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I got a 12-core processor working on this right now, so it should zip along at a reasonable pace. What I got, 36 gigs of RAM, something like that. Whatever the max is that the motherboard will accept, not counting what's in the graphics card. Okay, here we go. Here is your help right there, my friend. I'm going to put this up on Mediafire, and I'll give you a link to this immediately. Just let it replace whichever drivers, right here, whichever driver zip. See this? Look at the date. I just did this at 2:18 this morning when I was going to make a video to try to help you out. But I cobbed it so bad I ended up shit canning it. But then when I came back to see that you still needed help, I mean desperately, that's why I'm doing this again right now at 7:52 a.m. Alrighty, so replace your drivers. What I would do if I was you is this. This is what I would do. Come over here to content. Right underneath cars. See your drivers thing? I would take and copy this or cut it. I would cut your entire drivers folder out of here and put it on your desktop. Watch. Cut and paste. Now there's a lot of shit in there. Cut it right out. Okay? Hang on. Cancel. Reason being I got this open. Close that. Now it'll do it. Stick with me. Wow, it's already did some of it. Let's get rid of this. Oh shit. Well, at any event, cut it. Make sure you do. Cut and paste. Just do it. I don't give a fuck. Do it. All right. Now I don't have any drivers in my machine whatsoever. They're gone. I just shit canned the whole scam. I have none. So I come over to help. I come up to here. I go to my WinZip, extract drivers, and let it happen. Okay? Alrighty. There they are right there. Now I'm going to shit can these completely. I'm going to take this. I'm going to cut it out of here because I could always do it again. I'm going to come to my Assetto Corsa main directory, see cars. I'm going to come over here in a white spot and hit paste. Now there goes the drivers that I'm giving you. Just fucking do it. I don't give a flying fuck. Do it. Excuse me. All right. Now, I've got the very same one installed right here and now that you've got. The very same one. Everything that's in here is what you have yourself. Now, litmus test. Go back into Content Manager. There's Billy's bike. Let's go here. Let's go to the showroom. And it's way up in the air, which is a pisser. So we know how to hit the T. Back yourself up. Grab that little fucking thing and bring it, down. Clack it again. Remove the T. Come over to the driver. Pop him in there. Okay. So far, so good. We've still got the same dude on the same bike with no helmet. All right. What happens if we go in game? Well, what happens if we go in game? Let's give him a brand new skin so we know what we're doing. Let's hit drive. If this fucker has a white helmet, I'm going to throw this coffee right across the room. No, I won't really. Because then I won't have my coffee and then I'll have one hell of a mess to clean up. All right, see, I just did that? Okay. Okay. Set the wheel. Hit 5. Get behind the bike. And that's something else that just came to me. Wait a minute, let me get this centered. There we go. You guys can't look down and see these fucking things like I can. I forgot about that. When I put these down low like this, you have to have track IR to be able to turn your head wherever you want to look. And I just was ignorant of that. So it's a little tough for you maybe to see these. I could not enjoy a Assetto Corsa without track IR. I couldn't personally. I know other people who never had track IR. They get this enjoyment from VR. But this way I can still see my hands in the room, and this is not a plug for the program because I get not a dime from them. It's just I got it for Arma 2 years ago, so that I could fly the planes and look out over the wing and everything. It's absolutely fantastic. So, let's stick with me just a minute. Now, this is the only video I'm going to make today, so let's go on down just a little bit more. See that backfire? That comes from that program in the extension file. Alright. See how nice we're scooting along? Now 20% turbo, I hit it with my thumb, 30% turbo, and that should give me a lively enough zip to come right on down here. RPMs are coming up nice, it's not shaking like a bastard, it's nice. We're scooting along good. If I need faster than that, there's 70% turbo. Let's go right to 100, but go easy on the foot. See what I mean? We're right at the limit now. Very gentle, very gentle. Whoa! Yep. Don't feel bad if you do this. It ain't because you're a newbie. This shit just happens from time to time. See, that's why you don't want it 100% all the time. Actually, 10 is probably plenty to get you going at a decent speed. Okay, now we're just going to go down to the end and watch it back, and then I'm going to box this stuff up for you, get it right up there, and just you relax, because we're going to work this out till we get it right. That's all there is to it. I'm not going to... This is what we do here. Not we, well, Squonky and myself. Which is, Squonky, of course, is only an imaginary helper because I'm here by myself. But I catch less flack from folks for remodding if I tell them Squonky did it. You know, blame the neighbors. Okay. So here we are. Here we are. We got to get a screenshot for the video, so we might as well get this one. That look like, let's move him. Now they see it does turn. It looks a little bogus when we do that, but there we go. Get the sun at a nice place. Are you happy? There we go. Softer road than we thought. Look at the chemtrails in there too. You ready for this? Let's get a little sparkaroonie going here. F8. Okay, that's our screenshot. It would be nice if I had the wheel centered. All right, there we go. Okay, let's take a peekaroonie. Just so you can see that now the cameras do work on this course. Let's do a camera 5. Look at a plane going by. UFO off to the side. Thanks to Jody. I'm going to grab that one too, I think. Never hurts to have a couple of these. All right. Chain's fucked up too, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, we'll get to these things. As I said, they're works in progress. This is Jody's drone cameras, and you're going to see for the first time on any of these videos lately that they actually work. Again, I'll be glad to help you in any way I can. The one thing that a Xbox 360 or whatever has an advantage is everybody has the same hardware. And the same software. So, with us on the PC end, everybody's got different parts which affect whether things are different or not. But this should be a no-brainer. This shouldn't be a problem at all. In fact, we'll just have to work it out till we get it right. I don't understand how there could be white helmets on a guy who doesn't have any. Something's forcing it. That's what we have to find out. What is forcing the issue? See Jody's camera walking away from him? It was designed for cars that were going to do over 200 miles an hour. The sky looks a little suspicious on this camera now, but that's neither here nor there. So if I go to any other camera, it's going to be fine. Oh yeah, it looks about like that. We're doing 240, holy shit, 250. No wonder the thing went ape shit. And that's miles per hour too, that's not kilometers. And it's waiting for me, but we're going to call it a day. Let me get this video put together and right up there for you. Just go along slow, listen to it the best you can, and we'll figure this out somehow. All right? Bear with me. We're going to get through it. Let me know if you find any differences in this situation, but as I told you, this help right here, well, not this one, but the one that's zipped up is going to be put right onto Mediafire, and it will say help. This will be the date and the whole deal. It's a gig .22. So as I would say, take your driver's, well, how do I know that you don't have drivers that I don't have that you would lose? Which I would say this. All right, if this was yours right here, I would put this on top of that and let it copy whatever it wants to copy, and then whatever duplicates you already have, I would say do not do. Well, wait, hang on, wait a minute. If you have something that I don't have, throwing mine in with yours is not going to change yours. It's only going to rewrite anything that's already there that it has that's named the same thing. So if you had a grandmother Moses driver in there and I don't have it, slapping it into yours is not going to touch Grandma Moses. She's going to still be there. So you won't lose your own. I'd still make a copy. Make a copy of yours before you do this. That way any problem is going to be averted. All right? There's a problem somewhere, but we don't want to make it catastrophic. I mean, if we got a hangnail, don't cut the arm off. Let's figure out what's going on here. We'll get it squared away as best we possibly can, and you'll be in good shape. How's that sound? Let me know. Keep me posted, and all will be fine. Let me do something for your troubles. Let me do something for your troubles. Yeah, matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this. You know what? I think I am going to do that. Paris to Dakar. Okay. I don't know how your feelings are towards President Trump, but we're going to find out. If you don't like him, just don't go apeshit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this right here. Send to compressed. This is a Paris to Dakar truck. It has 15 forward speeds. It is squonkified to the max. And it will go on just about any terrain, off-road, if you can find a map. The desert track works fine. Wherever you can get off-road with this sucker will go off-road. Let me give you a track, too, just to make sure that you're happy. Because I feel bad that this happened to you. Okay? Now let's get you a nice track. A desert track that you can scoot around on. There's this track. Bear with me. Older tracks. Alrighty, hang on. Let me go down to the bottom and work my way up. Stick with me for a minute here. Here we go. Dakar, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. I think I like this one the best. Okay. It's been a while. Where are we? We're right here. We're going to go to. Brain just took a shit. Compress zip folder. Okay. Cut this out of here. All right. Now, I'm not going to do this every time for everybody, but I'm going to do it for you. There's this, and there's this, okay? So I'm going to repack this for you right here and now. Let's take this one and put it in my materials. Just get rid of it. And let's do this again. Let's compress this puppy right here. See, this is a nice part about being able to do this instantaneously before your very eyes, at least in a video. You can see the amount of help I'm trying to give you, plus a little bonus for your troubles. And I know you're going to enjoy the living shit out of this thing. It is nicer if you have the little app to go with it, the Esoteric Gear app. But you can find that on race department. Absolutely. The Esoteric Gear app, you can find that on there, and it'll tell you how to install. It's really not difficult. It just has to be equipped, obviously. And it'll tell you, see, a settle only goes to 8. This has 15, so if you want to know what gear you're in, you're going to need that little app. It's a good little guy, and it doesn't take any resources to run. But it'll be a nice thing for you. Okay, so that's going to take care of you. I'll get this right up immediately on Mediafire. And that's the nice thing about Mediafire. You don't have to go through a fucking a bunch of horseshit to try to find out how in the fuck do I actually get this mod. You got to go through this hoop, that hoop, around the corner, avoid 3 fucking viruses, all this other horseshit. Get out of Dodge. Some of these are such a pain in the ass. Well, let's not get on a rant. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye now.